Hello there, my friend. Please come and sit with me. Let us get comfortable. I want to tell you a story. It is a long story, but a good one. It is about a boy. His name is Arjun. Arjun lived in a small village. The village was green and quiet. There were many fields and trees. Life was simple, but Arjun was not happy. He thought his life was too small. He thought his dreams were too big. Chapter 1: The Dream. Every single day, Arjun did the same things. He woke up when the sun was still orange and low. The rooster was his alarm clock. He washed his face with cool water from the bucket. He helped his father in the field. They watered the plants. They pulled out the weeds. The mud felt soft between his toes. He went to school on his old bicycle. The path was bumpy and dusty. He came home when the sun was hot. He did his homework at the small wooden table. He ate dinner with his family. They talked about their day. He went to bed and looked at the ceiling again and again. But in his heart Arjun had a big dream. It was a quiet dream, but it was strong. He wanted to see the ocean. He had only seen it in old books at school. The books were in English. They felt heavy in his hands. The words were difficult and long. He did not understand many of them. He saw pictures of big blue water. It had white waves like dancing lace. It went on forever, touching the sky. He saw huge ships like floating buildings. He saw long bridges over the water. He read words like magnificent and endless. He did not know what they meant. He tried to sound them out. Magnificent, endless. He asked his teacher once. Mr. Anand said, magnificent means very, very beautiful. Endless means it has no end. But knowing the meaning and feeling it were different. He looked at the picture and tried to feel magnificent. He tried to imagine endless. It made his chest feel tight and full. He wanted to go there. He wanted to stand where the land ended. One evening he told his mother. She was cutting vegetables for dinner. The knife made a soft tap-tap sound on the board. "Ma, I want to see the ocean," he said. His mother smiled but did not stop her work. "That is a beautiful dream, my son," she said softly. "But the ocean is very far. It is in big cities. Life is different there. It is loud and fast." Arjun felt a small sadness like a stone in his pocket. "Why can't I go?" he asked. "Is it only for city people?" His father walked in then. He had been washing his hands outside. He heard their talk. "You can go," his father said. His voice was firm and kind. Arjun looked up, hope sparkling in his eyes. His father sat down on the floor next to him. "But dreams are like seeds, Arjun," he said. "You cannot just throw a seed on stone and hope for a tree. Dreams need plans. They need steps. Like planting a seed in good soil. You water it every day. You protect it from the strong sun. Then slowly it grows." Arjun thought about this. It sounded true but also difficult. "How do I take steps, Papa?" he asked. His father pointed to the books on the shelf. "First learn about the ocean. Learn about the places where it lives. Learn the language of those books. The key that opens their stories." "You mean English?" Arjun asked, his voice quieter now. "Yes," his father nodded. "English is like a key. It can open many doors in this world. But do not be afraid of the key. It is just a tool. Start small. Find the smallest key first." That night Arjun looked at the stars. They seemed endless too. He thought, "My dream is as big as the sky. But I will start with one small step tomorrow." Life lesson: a big dream starts with a small step. Do not look at the far mountain. Look at the path in front of you. The first step is always the most important. Chapter 2: The First Step. The next day, Arjun searched for a book. He looked on the shelf at home. He found an old book with a torn cover. It was an English storybook for small children. It had big colorful pictures. The words were large and clear. He opened it carefully. The pages smelled old and sweet. He saw the first sentence. "The sun is up." He knew these words. The sun is up. He felt a sudden jump of happiness in his chest. He said it aloud in a whisper. the sun is up. His voice sounded strange to him saying English. It felt stiff like a new shirt. He did not speak English often. He only read it silently in school. He was shy. His friends might laugh. They might say he was showing off. He thought, what if I say it wrong? What if my tongue does not move right? He closed the book quickly. He put it back on the shelf. The small jump of happiness was gone. That evening his little sister, Ria, saw him looking at the shelf. She was only 8 years old. She asked, Bea, what are you looking for? You look sad. Arjun sighed. I am trying to read English, but it is hard. I feel silly. Ria came closer. Her eyes were bright. I like English stories, she said. The one about the rabbit and the turtle. Then she had an idea. Teach me the words you learn. Then we can learn together. It will be a secret game. This gave Arjun a new thought. He was not alone. He had a friend, a teammate. The pressure was less. The next day he took the book again. He learned 5 new words from the first page. Sun. Up, bright, dead, played. He wrote them in a notebook. He drew a small picture next to each word. For sun he drew a circle with lines. That night with a lantern between them he said the words to Rhea. Sun, he said. Sun, Rhea repeated, giggling. They went through all 5. They sounded better together. Their voices mixed in the quiet room. No one laughed. They were helping each other. It was a secret game and it was fun. Arjun realized something important. Starting alone is scary. Starting with a friend makes you brave. Life lesson, do not be afraid to start. And find a friend for your journey. It makes the path easier and happier. Sharing a goal cuts the fear in half. Chapter 3, The Failure. For a week, Arjun was happy with his small book. He learned a few words each day. He taught Rhea. He felt he was moving. But then he wanted to run. He looked at his small book and felt impatient. I am not a baby, he thought. I need real books. He went to the school library. He found a big heavy book. It was about geography. It had maps and scientific words. He opened it to a page about the ocean. The title said Marine Ecosystems. The words were long and frightening. Environment, temperature, currents, biodiversity. He did not understand anything. He tried to read a sentence. The oceanic environment sustains a vast biodiversity influenced by temperature and currents. He read it 3 times. It was like a wall of stone. He could not climb it. He felt a hot feeling in his face. He felt stupid and angry. I will never learn, he thought, his heart sinking. This is for smart people in cities, not for me. He slammed the big book shut. The sound was loud in the quiet library. He put it back and walked home fast. He did not study for 3 days. He ignored his small notebook. He played cricket with his friends until dark. He tried to forget the ocean. His father saw this change. He saw Arjun's happy loud playing, but it seemed forced. One evening his father took him to their field. He showed him a small green tomato plant. It was only a few inches tall. See this plant, Arjun, he said, his voice gentle. Last week I was impatient. I wanted it to grow faster. I thought I was helping. I gently pulled on its leaves. I thought I could encourage it. What happened? Arjun asked, looking at the healthy plant. His father's face became sad. Not this one. Another one. It looked the same. I pulled it a little every morning. Just a little. I thought it was a game. He paused. The small stem broke inside the soil. The plant died. I was too impatient. Growth needs its own time. Learning needs its own time. You cannot pull a plant to make it tall. You cannot pull your brain to make it learn fast. You must feed it, give it light, and wait with patience. Arjun looked down at the mud. He understood perfectly. He was pulling his own learning. He was trying to run before he could walk. He was trying to eat the fruit before the flower. That night he took out his small children's book again. He touched its torn cover. It was not a baby's book. It was his training ground. He opened to a new page. The cat sits on the mat. Simple. Clear. He said it aloud. He would grow from here slowly, steadily. Life lesson: do not rush. Learning is not a race. It is like growing a tree. It needs patience and daily care. The strongest foundations are built slowly, brick by brick. Chapter 4: The Habit of Discipline. After his failure, Arjun made a very simple new plan. He would learn only 3 new words every single day, not 5. Not 10. 3. And he would speak them aloud 5 times each. He chose a time, every morning right after washing his face, before breakfast. He found a quiet corner near the window. He did this for 5 days in a row. It felt good and solid. He checked the days on a calendar with a small satisfying tick. On the 6th day he was very tired. He had helped his father lift heavy sacks late in the evening. His body ached. He woke up and the sky was gray. He thought, my mind is tired. I will skip today. One day does not matter. The words can wait. He lay back down on his bed. The pillow felt very soft. He closed his eyes for 10 more minutes. The next morning the same feeling came. It is okay to skip 2 days. I will start again tomorrow. But as he drank his morning milk he felt uneasy. He remembered the little tomato plant. He remembered his dream of the endless blue water. He remembered the feeling of the big heavy book he could not understand. He put his cup down. He went to his corner. He opened his notebook. It was hard that day. His mind felt foggy, but he wrote 3 words: mother, father, sister. He said them aloud. Mother, father, sister. He did it. It was not perfect, but it was done. He learned that discipline is not about being perfect every day. Discipline is about coming back after you stop. It is about keeping a promise to yourself. It is like a muscle in your arm. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. If you stop, it gets weak, but you can always make it strong again. Soon the morning practice was a habit. It was like breathing. He did it without a big fight in his mind. The habit carried him on the days when his motivation was low. The habit was the boat and his feelings were the weather. The boat kept going. Life lesson: discipline is doing what you must do, even when you do not feel like doing it. Small daily actions create big results. Your habits are the invisible architecture of your future. Chapter 5: The Power of Time. Weeks turned into months. Arjun knew many words now. He had filled 2 notebooks. But he had a new problem. There were not enough hours in the day. School work took many hours. Field work changed with the seasons and sometimes took all afternoon. Housework, like fetching water, also took time. His special English time was getting lost, squeezed into tiny corners. He felt frustrated and angry at the clock. His teacher, Mr. Anand, saw this worry on his face. Mr. Anand was a wise man with gentle eyes. He called Arjun after class one day. You look worried, Arjun, he said. Your mind is not peaceful. Arjun told him about the time problem. I have a dream, sir, but my day has no space for it. Mr. Anand smiled. He walked to a cupboard. He took out a large empty glass jar. He also took out a bag of big stones, each as big as a potato. Can I put these big stones in this jar? He asked Arjun. Yes, of course, Arjun said, confused. Mr. Anand put the big stones in, one by one. The jar was full to the top. Now is the jar full? He asked. Yes, Arjun said. You cannot put another stone in. Mr. Anand then took out a bowl of small pebbles. He poured them into the jar. He shook the jar gently. The small pebbles rolled and settled into the spaces between the big stones. Now is the jar full? Mr. Anand asked. Arjun looked closely. Well, maybe not, but almost. Then Mr. Anand took out a cup of fine, dry sand. He poured the sand slowly into the jar. The sand filled all the tiny spaces between the pebbles and the stones. It disappeared into every little gap. Now it is full, right? Mr. Anand asked. I think so, Arjun said, amazed. Then Mr. Anand took a glass of water. He poured the water into the jar. The water soaked into the sand and filled the last microscopic spaces. Now, Mr. Anand said, the jar is truly full. He looked at Arjun. The jar is your day. The big stones are your most important things. Your dream, your health, your family time, your key learning. Put them in first. If you do not, they will never fit. Then the pebbles are your other duties. School, homework, chores. The sand and water are the small things. Playing, talking, resting, watching. If you put the sand in first, the small easy things, your jar will be full. You will have no space for the big important stones. Arjun understood. He was filling his day with sand first. The next day he made a big change. He woke up 30 minutes earlier before anyone else. The world was quiet and blue. He put his big stone in the jar first. Is English practice. He did it with a fresh mind. Then he did his other work. His day felt different. It felt purposeful. He had honored his dream first. The sand of other activities simply filled the spaces around it. Life lesson. Time is the same for everyone. How you fill it is your choice. First, do the important things for your dream. Protect your big stones or they will get left out. Chapter 6. A Test of Honesty. One Friday, a big test was held in school. It was an English grammar test. Arjun studied hard the night before. He reviewed all his notes. He felt ready. But during the test one question confused him. It was about tenses: past, present, future. The sentence was long. He did not know which answer was correct. He read it again and again. His mind was blank. He looked up. He saw his friend's paper. His friend Raj sat to his left. Raj had written an answer for that question. Arjun could see it clearly from the corner of his eye. He could copy it. Just one word. A simple B for the multiple choice. No one would know. The teacher was looking at the blackboard. He thought, just this once. It is only one question. My dream is big. I need good scores for my future. But then he stopped. His pencil felt heavy. He remembered his father's words from long ago. Honesty is like a clean white shirt, Arjun. One spot of dirt makes the whole shirt dirty, and you are the one who has to wear it. Arjun looked away from Raj's paper. He looked back at his own. He wrote his own answer a guess, even if it was wrong. He put C instead of B. He left it to fate. After the test, Raj was excited. That was easy, Raj said, especially question 5. You got it right, Arjun? Arjun shook his head. No, I did not know it. Raj's eyes widened. But you were looking at my paper. I saw you. Why did you not copy? I would have let you. Arjun took a deep breath. I want to learn English, Raj. Really learn it. If I copy, I'm cheating myself. I'm not learning. I'm just getting a mark on paper. That is not my goal. Raj shook his head, not understanding. It is just one mark. But Arjun felt a strong, clean feeling inside. He felt solid like a tree. When the test results came back, Arjun's score was good, but not the best. He had gotten question 5 wrong. But at the bottom of his paper, Mr. Anand had written a note. Arjun, I observed you during the test. I saw your struggle and your choice. Your integrity is worth more than 100 perfect scores. Well done. Arjun kept that paper. That note felt warmer and brighter than any score of 100. Life lesson: be honest, especially when no one is watching. You must live with yourself. Make choices that let you respect the person in the mirror. Self-respect is the most valuable prize. Chapter 7. The Voice of Confidence. Arjun's English was getting much better. He could read simple stories from start to finish. He understood the news on the radio sometimes. But speaking was a different monster. He was still scared to speak to anyone except Rhea. His tongue would get tied. He feared his village accent would sound funny in English. One day Mr. Anand made a happy announcement. A show and tell competition was coming. Students must speak in English for 2 whole minutes. They must talk about one object they loved. The winner would get a beautiful new dictionary. Arjun's heart beat like a drum. He wanted that dictionary so much. He wanted to try, but his fear was a giant wall. Everyone will laugh at my accent, he thought. My words are too simple. Others use big words. They sound like city people. He decided not to join. It was safer. That night he helped his mother fold clothes. He told her about the competition. He also told her his big fear. His mother listened quietly. She finished folding a shirt. Then she took out her sewing basket. She showed him a piece of cloth she was working on. It had beautiful colors, blue, green, and gold. This is for a new shirt for you for the festival, she said. Look at the threads. She pointed to a single thread of blue. It was thin and weak looking. See this one thread alone, it is nothing. You can break it easily. But look here. She showed him the cloth where many threads crossed. Together with many other threads, it becomes strong. It becomes beautiful. It has a pattern. It has a purpose. Your words are like these threads, Arjun, she said, her voice soft. Speak them with your heart. They will come together. They will become strong and beautiful. Do not worry about other people's cloth. Weave your own. Speak for yourself. Speak for your dream. The next morning Arjun's hand shook as he put his name on the competition list. He decided to talk about his favorite thing in the world. Azid. He practiced every single day after school. He stood in his room and spoke to the wall. Then he practiced in front of Rhea. She was his kind audience. The day of the competition arrived. The hall was full of students and teachers. Arjun's hands were cold and sweaty. His name was called. He walked to the front. He saw many faces looking at him. He held his seed tightly in his hand. He took a deep breath. He remembered his mother's cloth. He remembered the threads. He began. This is a seed. It is small. It is brown. It does not look special. He paused. Everyone was listening. But inside it has a dream. It wants to become a tree. It needs soil. It needs water. It needs sun. It needs time. He spoke his simple sentences slowly and clearly. He did not try to use big words. He spoke about hope, about growth. No one laughed. Everyone was quiet. He finished by saying, I'm like this seed. I have a dream. I am growing. Thank you. There was a moment of silence. Then people began to clap. It started softly and grew loud. Mr. Anand had the biggest smile. Arjun did not win first prize. A girl who spoke about a telescope won. But Mr. Anand gave him a special notebook. He said, for the best speaker from the heart. Arjun had won over his biggest enemy, his own fear. He had found his true voice and it was good enough. Life lesson: confidence is not about being the best. It is about being brave enough to try. Your true voice, simple and honest, is always good enough. The world needs your real voice, not a perfect copy of someone else's. Chapter 8: The Setback. After the competition, Arjun felt like he could fly. His confidence grew. He learned more words every day. He started reading the newspaper's simple headlines with his father. He even drew a map of India and marked the oceans on the sides. He allowed himself to dream of the train journey to the coast. Then life changed. His father caught a bad fever. He was weak and had to stay in bed. Arjun, as the eldest son, had to do more. He woke up even earlier to do all the field work alone. He carried water for the animals. He helped his mother cook and clean. He was very tired. His body ached every night. For 2 long weeks he could not study English. He missed his morning practice. His notebook stayed closed on the table. A layer of dust settled on its cover. One night after his father was asleep, he sat at his table. He opened his notebook. The last words he had written looked foreign. Ocean, wave, salt, ship, bridge. He tried to remember their meanings. His mind felt thick and slow. He felt like he had lost everything. All his hard work was washed away. He put his head in his hands. He wanted to cry from frustration. He went to his father's room. His father was awake reading with a small lamp. Papa, I lost it, Arjun said, his voice breaking. I lost my English. I forgot everything. It was all for nothing. I am back at the beginning. His father put his book down. He looked at Arjun's tired face. Arjun, come with me, he said softly. He put a shawl over his shoulders. He took Arjun outside into the cool night. He pointed to the sky. See the moon tonight, he said. It was a bright, perfect half moon. Some nights it is full and bright, like a happy face. Some nights it is just a thin, shy line. Some nights thick clouds cover it completely. You cannot see it at all. You might think it is gone forever. He put his hand on Arjun's shoulder. But is the moon ever gone, Arjun? No, Papa, Arjun whispered, looking at the silver light. The moon is always there, his father said. Always. The clouds are temporary. The dark nights are temporary. Your learning, your knowledge is like that moon. It is inside you. Some days are bright and full of progress. Some days are dark with sickness or work or sadness. The clouds cover your mind, but the knowledge is still there. It has not disappeared. When the clouds pass, and they always do, the light will still be there. You will see it again. Arjun looked at the moon for a long time. He felt the tightness in his chest loosen. He went back to his room. He opened his notebook. He started from the very first page. Sun dot up, bright, day, fled. He knew them. They came back to him like old friends. He had not lost them. They were just hidden for a while, waiting for the clouds to pass. Life lesson: progress is never a straight line. You will fall. You will forget. Life will interrupt. It is okay. Be kind to yourself. The knowledge is still within you. Just begin again when the clouds pass. Resilience is continuing after the stop. Chapter 9: Helping Others. Arjun started his routine again, but now he had a new, warm idea. He looked around his village. He saw other children younger than him. They struggled with English too. They were scared of the strange sounds. He decided to share what he had. Every Sunday morning under the big, friendly banyan tree, he gathered 3 children. There was Preeti, a very shy girl. There was Samir, who was always laughing but could not sit still. There was Little Anjali, who was only 6. He taught them the words he knew. He drew pictures in the dirt with a stick. For dog, he drew a simple shape and made a barking sound. They all laughed. He made word games. He would say, "I see something, it is green and has leaves." They would run and touch a tree, shouting tree. At first explaining was hard. How do you explain and or but? But as he tried to teach, his own understanding became crystal clear. To teach something you must really know it. One day he was trying to explain happy and sad. He made faces, a big smile for happy, a downturned mouth for sad. The children understood instantly. He learned that teaching is not just talking, it is connecting. Preeti, the shy girl, never spoke. She would just nod or point. Arjun remembered his own fear on the competition stage. He never forced her. He always gave her a gentle smile. One Sunday they were playing a game. Arjun held up a picture of a book. "Who knows this word?" he asked. Preeti's lips moved silently. Samir shouted, "Copy." Which was wrong. Anjali said, "Page." Preeti whispered so quietly only Arjun heard it. "Buck." Arjun's heart smiled. He knelt down near her. "That is correct, Preeti. That is the perfect word. Can you say it for everyone, so Samir can learn it too?" Preeti looked at him, then at the ground, then at her friends. She took a deep, shaky breath. Her voice was a small, clear bell. "Buck." Samir and Anjali clapped and cheered. Preeti's smile that day was like the first sunshine after rain. It was beautiful. Arjun felt a happiness he had never known. It was warm and spread through his whole body. It was the happiness of helping someone else find their voice. It was better than winning any prize. Life lesson: when you teach, you learn twice. Helping others makes your own knowledge stronger and deeper. It also fills your heart with a joy that selfish success can never give. Lift others up and you rise higher yourself. Chapter 10: The map appears. 2 whole years passed. Seasons changed. The fields were golden, then green, then golden again. Arjun was now 15. He never missed his morning practice. He could read whole English storybooks from the library. He could have small conversations with his teacher. He felt the dream of the ocean was still far, but now he believed in the path. One Tuesday a strange car came to the village. It was shiny and blue. A visitor came out. He was from a big city wearing neat clothes. He had come to see the village school for a project. Mr. Anand was busy. He asked Arjun to help welcome the man and show him around. Arjun was very nervous, but he stood straight. He walked up to the man. "Good morning, sir. Welcome to our school," Arjun said, looking him in the eye. The man, Mr. Kapoor, was surprised and pleased. "Good morning!" exclamation. "And what is your name?" "My name is Arjun, sir." "Your English is very clear, Arjun," Mr. Kapoor said. They walked around the school. Arjun showed him the classrooms, the library, the small garden. He explained in simple English what they learned. Mr. Kapoor asked many questions. Arjun answered as well as he could. He was not perfect. He said sometimes, but he kept talking. Finally they sat under a tree. Mr. Kapoor asked Arjun, "What do you want to do in your life? Do you want to stay in the village?" Arjun thought for a moment. Then he said, "I love my village, sir. But I want to see the ocean. I want to learn more about the world. I want to learn and then help my village." Mr. Kapoor nodded slowly, a serious look on his face. He reached into his bag. He took out a small colorful guidebook. On its cover was a picture of a sparkling blue sea and a wide beach. "This is from my city by the ocean," Mr. Kapoor said. "This is for you." Arjun took the book. His fingers trembled. He could not speak. Mr. Kapoor continued, "Also listen carefully. Every summer, my company runs a special program. It is for bright, hardworking students from villages. They come to the city for 1 month. They learn computer skills. They visit colleges, museums, and companies. They see new places. You should apply. You must write a short application letter in English." Arjun's eyes became as wide as the moon. He held the book to his chest. "Is this true, sir? For me?" "Yes, Mr. Kapoor said, smiling. "Believe in the work you have done. Write from your heart. Tell them your story. That is all." Mr. Kapoor left in his shiny car. Arjun stood there holding the guidebook. It was not just a book. It was a map. The map showed not just the location of the ocean. It showed a possible route for a village boy to get there. The map was hope made real. Life lesson: when you work hard and stay ready, opportunities will find you. Your preparation meets your luck. Keep your lamp lit, so when the opportunity knocks, you can see the door. Chapter 11, Writing from the Heart. Arjun held the application form. It was a single white page with questions. It asked for his name, his village, his school. Then the big question: "Tell us about yourself and why you want to join this program." He sat at his table that night. The lantern light flickered. He had a pen and a clean sheet of paper. His mind became empty and scared. He wanted to sound intelligent. He wanted to use big, impressive words. Words like aspiration, facilitate, utilize. He tried to write a sentence. "My primary aspiration is to facilitate my learning and utilize new skills." He read it aloud. It sounded like a robot. It was not him. He crumpled the paper. He took a deep breath. He thought of his father's words about honesty. He thought of his mother's words about cloth. He thought, "No, I will write like I talk. I will write from my heart. I will use my simple, strong threads." He began again. "My name is Arjun. I live in a small village. I love the fields and the trees, but I also love to learn. My dream is to see the ocean. I want to understand the world." He wrote slowly, carefully. "I have been learning English for 3 years. I started with a small book. I learned 3 words a day. I teach my friends under the banyan tree. I learn from my mistakes. I am a hard worker." He paused, then added the most honest part: "I am not perfect. But I promise to try my best. Please give me a chance." He signed his name. He did not use a single big fancy word. He used only words he truly knew and felt. The next day he posted the letter. It felt like sending a piece of his heart away. Weeks of waiting passed. He checked the post every day. His hope felt heavy some days. Then one hot afternoon, the postman called his name. He had a letter with a city stamp. Arjun's hands shook so much he could barely open it. He tore the envelope. The first word was congratulations. He read the letter 3 times to be sure. He was selected. He had been chosen for the summer program. He let out a loud happy shout. He ran through the village holding the letter high. He ran to the field where his father was working. Kappa exclamation, I did it. His father read the letter slowly. His eyes became wet. He hugged Arjun tightly. His mother cried happy tears. The whole village heard the news. People came to his house to congratulate him. They were proud of their village boy. That night Arjun looked at the stars again. They seemed to shine just for him. He had been chosen not for being perfect but for being true. Life lesson, always be yourself. Your true story is your biggest strength. Do not try to be someone else. The world has enough copies. It needs your original voice. Write, speak, and live from your heart. Chapter 12. The Ocean at Last. The great day finally arrived. Arjun packed a small bag. He wore his best clothes. His mother had stitched a new shirt from the blue and gold cloth. The whole village came to send him off at the bus stop. Rhea held his hand tightly. Bring me a shell, Baya, she whispered. I will, he promised. He got on the big rumbling bus. It was his first long journey alone. He waved from the window until his village was a small dot. The bus traveled for hours. He saw towns get bigger. He saw more cars, taller buildings, wider roads. He was scared and excited, a buzzing feeling in his stomach. The city was loud and full of movement. The program was wonderful and overwhelming. He learned to use a computer. He touched a mouse for the first time. He visited a science museum with glowing models of planets. He made new friends from other villages. They shared their stories. He saw a college campus with huge libraries. It took his breath away. On the last day of the program, Mr. Kapoor addressed them all. Now for your surprise final trip, he said. We are going to the beach. Arjun's heart seemed to stop and then race. The bus drove through the city, then along a wide road. In the distance Arjun saw a thin, sparkling blue line on the horizon. It grew wider and wider. The air began to smell different, fresh, sharp, and salty. The bus stopped in a parking lot. Arjun stepped down. He heard the sound first. It was a huge roaring, gentle, never-ending sound. Crash hiss, crash hiss. It was the sound of the ocean breathing. He felt a strong warm wind push against his face. It tangled his hair. He smelled the salt deep in his nose. He walked on soft golden sand. It was warm under his feet, and then he saw it fully. The ocean. It was real. It was more blue and vast than any picture, any dream. It stretched out to the edge of the world, meeting the sky in a soft, blurry line. The waves rolled in one after another, like they had been doing forever. They were white and foamy at the top. They crashed and then slid back gently. It was magnificent. It was endless. Now he did not just know the dictionary meaning of those words. He felt them in his bones. He felt so small before this great powerful water, but he also felt connected. His small journey from his village room was connected to this endless water. He had walked his path step by step, word by word, to stand here. He took off his shoes. He walked to where the water touched the sand. A cool wave washed over his feet. He laughed. It was the most real feeling in the world. He had done it. He had reached his ocean, not by magic but by a million small steps of courage, patience, and work. The ending of our story, my dear friend, this is where we leave Arjun for now. He is standing by the ocean, his dream in his eyes. But this is not the end of his story, and it is certainly not the end of your story. Your story is being written every single day. Maybe your dream is not the ocean. Maybe it is to be a good doctor. Maybe it is to build a safe home for your family. Maybe it is to draw beautiful pictures. Maybe it is simply to speak English without fear, to make new friends from other places. It does not matter how big or small your dream seems. The rules are the same for every dream. Start with a small step today. Be patient with yourself. Growth takes time. Be disciplined. Do the small thing, even when you do not feel like it. Use your time wisely. Put your big stones in the jar first. Be honest, especially with yourself. It builds a strong heart. Be brave. Try the thing that scares you a little. Help others on your way. It makes the journey joyful. And never ever give up. You will have bad days. You will feel tired. You will think you have failed and lost all your progress. But remember Arjun's father's words. The moon is always there. Your strength, your ability, your dream, they are always there inside you. The clouds of a bad day will pass. Just begin again. And about learning English, my friend, please do not be afraid. Speak simple words. That is how everyone starts. Learn a few words every day. Just 3. Listen to stories. Repeat the sentences. Think to yourself, yes, I can speak English like this. I can understand this. Because you can. I see your potential even if you do not see it yet. I believe in you, but my belief is not enough. You must believe in yourself. You must be your own best friend. Take a small step today. Open a book. Say one new word out loud. Write one simple sentence in a notebook. That is how all great journeys begin, with one small step on a long, beautiful road. If this story touched your heart, please let me know. You can like this video. It is a small way to say, this helped me. It helps other people find this friendly talk. If you want to walk with us on this journey of learning and growing, please subscribe to our channel. Think of it as joining a friendly group. We learn together. We grow together. We share stories and courage. And if you know someone who needs a little hope today, share this story with them. Tell them about Arjun and his small steps. Tell them about the ocean that waited for him. Tell them that their dream too is possible. It starts with a single small step. Thank you for listening, my dear friend. Thank you for your time. Keep going. Take your small step today. I am cheering for you. I will see you next time on the path of learning. Goodbye for now.